Okay, so if you haven't noticed, I don't know if I mentioned this the last video, but I think today's May 18th. Is it? Is it May 18th today?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I don't get a job until late June. And I'm bored, so I'm just posting YouTube videos. Hopefully someone listens. But basically that's why you see me wearing the same outfit. It's not different days, it's the same day. So I'm not dirty. But alright, so this video is about TV shows. When I was younger, I used to be a very big fanatic of TV. I had a schedule from the time I came home from school till bedtime. That's how much TV I used to watch. And now I only watch primetime TV. I don't really watch daytime TV unless someone asks me to watch somewhere. I'm very bored. Or probably Sports Center. I'll watch Sports Center. But other than that, I don't really watch TV like that. 7 through 9 or 7 through 10 is pretty much my time. I watch movies, the shows I bought on DVD, but other than that, I really don't come on TV. Maybe the internet, but that's a different story. So, shows I watch would be Chuck, True Blood, How I Met Your Mother, Burn Notice, The Mentalist, The Good Wife, Criminal Minds, Psych, and The Game. I watch other shows, but those are the shows on the top of my head. And those are the shows that I really feel like are the best shows on TV right now that I watch. There could be other shows that are better and that I've forgotten, but that I watch and regularly stay updated with, those are the shows. Because it has good writing, good acting, among other things. Not to say they don't have any flaws, but they do. And the first one I will mention is House. I believe they do still have good, crisp writing, but I just don't like the direction of the show right now. And I believe the 8th season will be the last season. And what I mean by the direction of the show is that House used to be very patient-centered. You had House who made his comments and his quirks, and he had his actions that made the show, but it was about the patient. That's what it was all about. Now it's about relationship and who has what and who's with who and how it's going to be with Cuddy, then them dating, then them breaking up. It never used to be about that. And so I just pretty much stopped watching because that's just not what I want to watch. That's not what the show is supposed to be about. And that leads into a bigger, broader topic of television shows and dating and will they, won't they. I'm so tired of that. Adults shouldn't be that stupid. Hopefully they're not. And not adults, all adults are. So to always see this go on the TV, you're just like, I'm tired of watching this. Can you please give me some other variation of this or something entirely different? And that's why I had to kind of quit with House and a lot of other shows because it's just like, all right, I know what you're doing. Can you please stop? And that's when the fault of, well, not really a fault of How I Met Your Mother, but with How I Met Your Mother, I don't know if it's planned or not. And basically, what I'm going to say is this. If you watch my videos, it's implied that there are going to be spoilers. So what I'm about to say after this will spoil you if you watch the show and you haven't seen it. With How I Met Your Mother, it is shown at the end that Barney's going to get married sometime down the line within the next year or two. And Barney's supposed to do some maturing because he met his father. He's getting some answers in life. And that's great. That's good. Personally, I think that Barney should end up with Robin because they're very compatible, among other reasons that I can't name right now because I forgot. But you have Nora. And not necessarily that I dislike Nora, but I guess I would just have to see more of her next season. And I'm just very invested in Robin because they have incredible chemistry. And not only that, it's not even my fault. It's the show's fault. Because third season, they sleep together. Then fourth season, they build up this whole backstory of Barney being in love with Robin. Then fifth season, they date for 8 episodes and snatch it from us the worst way possible. The way they broke up was terrible. It wasn't a bad breakup in their reality, but how it happened was terrible. Like, really, who does that? That was disastrous. I've seen way worse breakups in real life that went better than that. So, for them to do it like that, it's just like, they should have had a better ending than they did. And then they're flirting with the possibility of them getting back together, blah, blah. Just get them back together. They would be a good couple and they would play off each other and they wouldn't do that lovey-dovey crap that the others do. Not to say I'm against it, but that's their mindset. They're not into all that stuff. And I should elaborate more on that, but I'm not because I have other stuff to get to. So with Chuck, I saw that season finale. I'm upset that there's only one more season left, but it is what it is. We've always thought the show was going to get canceled way sooner, and it didn't, so we're pretty lucky here. I pretty much enjoyed the episode. Some people say it was too long. I really don't care. It was good overall. I just really didn't agree with Morgan being an intersect because I'm very invested on Chuck being an intersect. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see him be a regular guy again, but it was just like, with Chuck, there were so many times down the line where it was just like, almost as if they're saying, if not outright said, this is your destiny to be the intersect. So, and then they snatch it away from him and give it to Morgan. It'll be comedic, yes, but see, I just don't agree with how that went. It was just like, couldn't you have done something else? I wish that Chuck had seen those sunglasses sooner and all over again. I know Kung Fu or something else rather than Morgan. I love Morgan as a character, but he's the comic relief. And occasionally, every once in a while, he grounds us and brings us back to reality and shows us other side of Chuck that we haven't seen. But for him to be the intersect, it may work, but not that I don't want it to work. It's just, I'm invested in Chuck being the intersect because this is what the show is about. And you take that away. I mean, it is called Chuck, not Chuck who has the intersect, but at the same time, the show started because Chuck had the intersect. That's the whole reason for it. So that's just my thing with that season finale. Other than that, I thought it was just fine. And even though I knew she was going to live, I thought she was going to die. She didn't. I'm happy. And it may have its cheesy moments, but Chuck is a comedic / dramatic show. So, what do you expect? Chuck is a lovey-dovey type person. Then we have Burn Notice. Quick mention, that show never ever disappoints. In general, well, overall, they do have faults. One of them being Jesse. I don't like the character. It's supposed to be about the 4 main characters and not this extra guy that was included. I guess I'm going to have to get used to him. But overall, I really love Burn Notice. Never disappoints either. I always tune into the show. Make sure to keep up with it. I didn't see the movie, but that's because it was a weird situation going on. I don't know if I will see the movie based on reviews I've heard. So that's up in the air. But I love all the characters minus Jesse. And counting down to the days when I can see that again. Then we have True Blood. I have my issues with True Blood. It's a love-hate thing. But I really like Tara and Sam together. And the reason is because they bring out sides in one another that other people don't. And Alvin Ball, or what is it? Alan Ball, I think it is. I don't know what his name is. He keeps playing with them and then taking it away. I think he should just have them dating. If they break up, then let them break up instead of they have sex, have this chemistry, and then he just tears them apart. And no, I found someone else. Why keep doing that? I guess they're just friends with benefits. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I love Cemetery. That's what I tune in overall for the show, but that's who I'm really looking forward to seeing. And then we have The Good Wife. And I just want to spend a little moment on that. And I saw that last night. I really enjoyed the whole episode overall. People had certain parts with, certain problems with certain things, but I guess I really enjoyed the end because I like the whole elevator segment. I thought that was nice. It was great. Well done. Others say it was too much. It didn't work out quite right. I don't agree with that. I thought it was very nice. And they said that Alicia should have waited until she was divorced from her husband, Peter. I don't agree with that. My grandmother left my grandfather. She never divorced him. They were separated and she was with another man. That does not make her a whore or anything else. It just means that she did not divorce her husband. And Alicia wasn't initially thinking about divorcing Peter. I forgot his name. The other guy put that in her head. She just said, I want to separate from my husband. Which means she doesn't want to be with him anymore. So if her original intention was to leave him and not divorce him, but not be with him clearly, then she can be with whoever she wants to be with. Or whomever, however you say it. So for people to get upset about that, like it was a big issue. Like they had a perfect marriage. He banged a prostitute 18 times and then had sex with a woman who later became her best friend. And they both withheld that from her. But she's supposed to be the good wife, hence the title, because of it. No. people make mistakes, people make decisions that you may not agree with, but to hold her in this high regard of being perfect and making no mistakes or no decision that you agree with, that's ridiculous. She's her own person. She's busy catering to everybody else, protecting her kids, protecting her image, protecting her husband despite the fact that he did her wrong. And now she's supposed to stay faithful to the vows despite the fact that she's separated from him and she's going to eventually divorce him. To me, that says she can date whoever she wants to date. Good for her. She didn't wait for that year. You know, people, she could at least wait till they're divorced. Sorry, it doesn't always go that way. You need to get over that. But, and I'll mention the X-Files just for the fact of Mulder and Scully, who started the whole shipping thing. People did before that, but they really brought it into popularity. And everyone knew they were in love with each other, but that wasn't the center of the show. They had little touching moments and stuff, but it wasn't, will Mulder and Scully get together this week? See what happens. And then nothing happens. I mean, if it did happen, because I didn't watch it while it was on. But from my interpretation, it was not like that. And with every show, it is like that. The show that does not start out as a romance becomes one because people want certain people to get together. I think the show should have integrity and just say, you know, F off. I don't want to do that. I want to do this how I want to do it and suck it up. You watch this show because you like it, not because you want me to pair these two together. If so, I don't need you as a fan. They're not going to say that because they want to make money. They want to get ratings, and that's how you make money. So they're going to indulge the fans and give them what they want, thus ruining the show. It happens that way. Not to say Mulder and Scully's relationship was perfect as how it was handled by the creator, Chris Carter, but to say that for 6 or 7 seasons, however you want to play it, it was not about Mulder and Scully getting together. Will they have sex? Won't they have sex? We don't know. Tune in and find out. It was not like that. But in TV today, it's always about who's dating who has a crush, who had sex with who. It's so tiresome. It's just like, are people really that indecisive about what they want? It's either it is or it's not. Yes, there's an in-between, but if people are really that indecisive, they shouldn't be dating. They should be trying to figure out who they are and what they want out of life. So I had some others on here, but I'm not going to mention it because I spent some time talking about the other stuff. The Mentalist, it's riding a fine line for certain reasons. It's like, I love that show. In the game, its quality has dwindled since it moved to BT. But I think I mentioned everything. Oh, Criminal Minds. My relationship with that show has dramatically changed. But my opinion on TV today, or at least the shows I watch, and I'm